Stadium in Accra. Let's hear from them now.
Commend you for this success that has been achieved. We also want to commend you for your youth and women conference that was organized at Cape Coast. We wish to remind you, some few issues came out from the Youth Congress, which we need to, as a party, solidarize with you and remind you that the country would need a peaceful coexistence, and we condemn the violence that ensued at the Cape Coast Conference. We do know that the leader and former president of the NDC, the former president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, did reminded us that the party has a revolutionary route, and when it comes to violence, nobody can compete you. And we admit, but we remind you that we have the Vigilantism Act that we want you to go through. Mr. Chairman, we want to make an appeal to you. We have actually put together a document. We have heard that you have a school, a party school that you have established for the NDC. We have put together a document to establish a faculty of resource collation where we will take the NDC through how to collate resource and go to the Supreme Court without fear or favor. Mr. Chairman, we want to also stand on behalf of the people of Ghana to apologize to the Supreme Court and the people of Ghana for the NDC playing on the emotions of the people of Ghana, despite the fact that you went to the Supreme Court without a shred of evidence to prove your case as the winners of the election. Mr. Chairman, 2024 elections, I know you are here to elect leaders. You want to elect leaders that will steer the affairs to win 2024 elections. Mr. Chairman, Your Excellency, 2024 is a foregone conclusion. We would win the election with a wider margin that will confront the NDC not to make an attempt to even appear or even petition the Supreme Court. We wish you an event-free conference. We wish you everything that you will do here. We need a healthy NDC. We don't want to defeat a limping horse. At this juncture, we wish you well. May God bless our motherland, Ghana, and the NDC. Abochi has no CDs to come, so Abochi has no CDs to change for dollar. Dollar is hiding, and we assure the people of Ghana the economy will bounce back. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you. I'm just wondering how the economy is going to bounce back. On this note, thank you very much, New Patriotic Party. Shall we welcome the CPP, Convention People's Party, CPP.
Thank you very much. I'm here with my national organizer, Moses Yire Mambo Ambem. Your Excellency, Comrade John Dramani Mahama, Mrs. Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman, Chairman of Osu Ampofo, our own General Esiedu Inketia, General Mosquito. All other protocols observed. We bring greetings and felicitations from the Convention People's Party, ex-chairman and leadership. Now you have come of age, and today is your National Delegates Congress. It is clear and evident that in the political dispensation of this nation, you have matured. But you should always remember that no matter your role in the Fourth Republic and Ghana, the Convention People's Party will always be the mother of all political parties in Ghana, including the NDC. Indeed, even His Excellency, Comrade John Dramani Mahama, is our son. Today, as you embark on this journey of choosing officers to steer the affairs of your party, remember that Revo is good to change thoughts and mindsets, to bring about the needed change and transformation for the good of this nation and mankind. But when Revo turns into a show of metal and fist cuffs, then it becomes woefully unacceptable. As a party, you should promise yourself that whatever happened at the Women and Youth Conference in the Central Region should never be allowed to happen again in your existence as a party. The CPP believes that such incidents are not good for the development of our democracy. The NDC should do well to plan and ensure that whatever they do is well tabled and documented for the benefit of prosperity. As a party, you touted your success in infrastructural development, but could not articulate to Ghanaians what exactly the length and breadth of these projects were. Some articulation of these projects to the people of Ghana would have been good. After all these projects were made for us. I do not agree with General Esiedun Ketia that you should not be in IPAC. You need to participate in the proceedings of IPAC. We miss you very much. You have to be there. You cannot sit on the fence and take decisions. It is time for us as a nation to have one common agenda and plan, aimed at putting Ghana in the center of events, not parochial interests, aimed at looking at the needs of cronies and friends. In fact, this phenomenon is very common in our political system and must be expunged completely. We should, above all, see competence as a major panacea to our economic development. We as a people should resist the rule of the oppressor, which today is poverty, which today is corruption, which today is conflict of interest, which today is nepotism. With all our strength and with all our might, as enjoined by our national anthem, Ghana is bleeding. Ghana is hemorrhaging. We need to come together as a nation to salvage this country. This can only be done if Ghanaians consider to vote the CPP as the only option for economic transformation and growth, development. Indeed, the CPP holds the key to that effect, and indeed, we are a government in waiting. As you choose your leaders today, your national leaders to lead, your world is watching to see what happens at this arena. Let the best man win. Let the victor be happy and jubilate towards a good cause. Let the vanquished lose gallantly, but above all, remember you are one people with a common purpose and a goal. Let victors ensure that they work closely with the vanquished to improve inclusiveness. This would cut the syndrome of winner takes all, which is always not good for party cohesion and comradeship. We wish you a fruitful and successful National Delegate Congress, and may God bless us all. Thank you.
Nanaya Jantwa is the General Secretary of the Convention People's Party. Let's now welcome PNC, the People's National Congress. The People's National Convention.
With us here are the national executives of the People's National Convention, and I am Mark Ewusi Akon, the National Youth Organizer. On my left is Audu Ishak, the National Communications Director of the party. Behind me is Hidayah Ibrahim, the National Women's Organizer of the party. And on my right is Masinga. He is the Upper West Regional Organizer. Too sure, to the right,
Too sure.
Too direct.
Honorable Chairman, Your Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, National Executives of the National Democratic Congress, the Honorable Minority Leader, and Honorable Members of Parliament, the Development Corps, delegates, fellow sister party representatives, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I bring you fraternal greetings. National Convention. It is both an honor and a privilege to join you on this auspicious occasion of your National Delegates Congress, a very special feature in the calendar of the NDC. Today's event, as we are all aware, is intended to afford you the opportunity to elect the leadership of your party to better position yourselves as a leading and critical political player going into the very crucial elections of 2024. It is trite knowledge that pluralism is the bedrock of multi-party democracy and good governance. As such, we in the PNC cherish highly the relationship that exists between us as political parties with ideological similarities bordered on socialist orientation. The opportunity given us to be part of an occasion like this goes a long way to enhance political tolerance, which is very essential in building a united nation needed for the realization of our collective dream as one people. Comrades and friends, the economic hardships and the unbearable living conditions confronting the average Ghanaian today, occasioned by the mismanagement and incompetence of this underperforming and underwhelming government, has made it imperative for the opposition to fashion out ways and means of toppling the clueless and insensitive New Patriotic Party in 2024 as the surest way of offering some hope, reprieve, and relief to the suffering masses. The PNC would at all times stand on the side of the masses whenever the need be, as demonstrated in the critical years of election 2000 as well as election 2008. The 2024 elections would not be any different given the exigencies of our time. We are enjoined to call on the minority, led by the indefatigable Honorable Haruna Idrisu, to go the extra mile in holding the feet of government to the fire in keeping trust with the Ghanaian people. We are enjoined to call on the delegates of the National Democratic Congress to use this occasion to elect people with integrity, proven character, and competence to complement our collective resolve in ensuring that we offer the best possible alternative to the good people of Ghana, as what we witnessed today is nothing to write home about. We thank you for the opportunity, and we wish the National Democratic Congress the best of today's event. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Shall we welcome the PPP? PPP.
Yaka PPP. What's one kade? Ya son. PPP. Ya son. Another party papa. His Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Ghana, his running mate, Chairman of NDC and the executives, all protocols observed. I bring you greetings from the National Committee of the Progressive People's Party. We have come to wish you well on this day that you are electing your national executives. The PPP has started discussion in forming alliance with all like-minded Ghanaians to wrestle power in 2024 under the most difficult times that we are facing as a nation. The alliance to curb unemployment in the nation. We will stop singing the negative phrases of asking the youth when indeed the youth do not have a boot to wear, nor the strings to pull on. We have watched alarmingly as the minority in Parliament has asked for the finance minister to step aside and to go for a vote of censure. We have watched in astonishment that the majority have also asked their president to sack the finance minister. But we sit here today and nothing has happened. I am asking clergy, the Islamic community, all alternative parties, to help me in asking the finance minister to step down on moral grounds. He has failed this nation, and the fact that he is there, company has benefited from loans to this nation, is something that is embarrassing to all of us as Ghanaians. It is embarrassing on the international community that the wanton borrowing has been a result because he, the finance minister, wants to benefit with the specific companies. He must step down on moral grounds. The PPP believes that after the finance minister steps down on moral grounds, the following decisions must be taken to build a better Ghana. We must stop borrowing. Number one, we must stop borrowing. Number two, do not start any new projects. Complete what has already been started. Suspend all non-essential projects like the National Theatre. In times of difficulty, this is not a priority project for this nation. Cut the executive cost by 60%. Reduce the number of ministers to 14 and the deputy ministers no more than 35. Cut down on the Jubilee House staff by 60%. Ban importation of non-essential goods, not just BOG refusal to provide forex. Reduce taxes to encourage domestic production. Restore indigenous financial institutions whose license were wrongly taken away. Evidence has shown that competitors were targeted and their businesses destroyed. But little did you know, little did you understand that the Ghanaians who were working, that you have sent home, you have not been able to provide any alternative employment for those Ghanaians. And you stand there with egg on your face. You have not been able to show any tangible reason why you did this, outside the fact that the finance minister, who is a referee, is also a player. And so he's asking us to cut 40% of our savings. Do you know who is having the meetings with money? Because the director of SEC worked with him in data bank. So he is doing a personal management meeting in doing what he does to Ghana. Ghana has suffered for far too long. We wish the NDC well. By any chance, if the NDC gets to that Jubilee House before us, we ask them to consider what we have put here as the policy of the Progressive People's Party. Thank you very much. PPP, yes sir. Yes sir. PPP, yes sir.
PPP. The last on my list is GCPP. GCPP.
is John Dramani Mahama. I want to bring you greetings from the great Consolidated Popular Party and the leader and chairman, Dr. Henry Herbert Lati. Today marks a very important period for you all as delegates of the great NDC. You all of us, as Ghanaians, a duty and an obligation to present, to rescue me that is facing unprecedented inconsistencies and hardships. And you cannot do that unless you integrate the principles of domestication propounded by the late Dan Lati. As politicians, we have created our own deadly phenomenon known as attack dogs and unleash them onto our opponents. We need to tread cautiously as these attack dogs turn around to bite us hard during our internal campaigns and create deep cracks that sometimes are unrepairable. To delegates and aspirants, I say, burn walls and not bridges. As you go into these elections, you are now coaches and players that are worthy enough to face your opponents. Think about this. We have a country to save and a people to govern. Politics is about exchange of ideas and not insults. We need to understand that we have our value system and culture as a people, which we need to guard jealously. As I prepare to launch my operation, Insult is on Ghanaian, I want you all to join me to end the era of political antagonism and chart a new path of debating on decorous in our younger ones are watching and learning from all of us. We the GCPP wish you well, and I say, know that at this time you need a strategist. At this time you need a vision leader who knows and understands the issue. Long live the NDC, Ghana, and make it great and strong. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, GCPP. I've just been told that APC has joined us. AP